This is a point I played recently in a Moneyball Cash tournament in Mesa, Arizona, where me and my partner, Sam, are on this side of the court up here, and our opponents are on this side of the court down there. This opponent is going to serve the ball to me on this side of the court, and I'm going to return the ball back deep to that opponent over there and establish myself up at the kitchen line, no problem at all. Because the return was really deep on that side of the court, it allowed me plenty of time to get all the way up to the kitchen line, no problem, and now Sam and I are in a completely offensive position because they're back and we're up.
Hey, real quick, during the month of December, we're going to be giving away one of our signature paddles, the Spin Boss Pro, to one of our subscribers. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be automatically entered into the drawing.
My first opponent is going to go ahead and take this first third shot and drive it up to this part of the court right here. I easily move over and defend that ball, but while they hit the third shot drive, they actually start to creep into the court a little ways, which at this point is probably not a great move by them because I'm completely established up at the kitchen line up there, and it's gonna be no problem for me to go ahead and take this drive that they hit at me and block it back deep to them, which is what I end up doing. I take this ball and I block it back to this area of the court right down here, and it makes it super easy for me to kind of catch them off guard and keep them deep, which is exactly what I was trying to do with that block, and it worked out pretty well. And this actually demonstrates a really key principle in pickleball, which is going to be keeping your opponents back and maintaining offensive pressure when you're in an offensive position. At this point, me and my partner, Sam, are in an offensive position because we are at the kitchen line and our opponents are back. And so we're gonna do everything in our power to keep them back there and maintain an offensive position up at this point in the point. Now, our opponents kind of take the hint a little bit and realize that they're not going to be able to do anything aggressive super effectively because we're both established up the kitchen line and well balanced. They can't hit a drive that's just gonna go by us. So this opponent over here who's about to hit the ball actually goes ahead and hits a drop right up to this part of the court. And unfortunately for him, he leaves it hanging just a little bit, and my partner Sam is able to go ahead and hit just another flick down to this side of the court right here and continue to keep that pressure on my opponents and keep them back like that. My opponent, now realizing that he's not gonna be able to get in off of his drop originally, he's gonna go ahead and hit one more reset to this part of the court right up here. And this allows him and his partner to now go ahead and make a little bit of progress into the kitchen line and get up to about this. They're not fully established up the line, but they're pretty close. With this ball that this player reset back into the kitchen, Sam is masterfully able to continue the pressure on our opponents and hit a little flick to this part of the court right here, making this player have to hit a defensive reset to get all the way into the kitchen. The player effectively does that, resets the ball right to the middle of the court right here, and now these two players are into the kitchen line. Because of the maintained pressure that we were able to apply to our opponents on that side of the court over here, this reset ended up being sort of a floater. It did end up landing in the kitchen, but it was sort of dead, and I was able to do something a little bit aggressive with it. I move over to the middle of the court here with my forehand and dink the ball out wide to this part of the court over here. This is a good dink because it sets up Sam for a really good opportunity to move over and Ernie if possible, and you'll see in the video he actually does attempt to Ernie, and it brings this player way out wide over here, so he's actually not even looking at the court. And this is a great play by Sam because he threatens Ernie and continues that offensive pressure that I was talking about, where we're in an offensive position, we're doing offensive strategies against these players, and we're continuing to apply pressure and apply pressure and apply pressure. And it's really going to eventually force this opponent to crack. Lucky for them, ends up sailing the ball back cross court from here, all the way out wide to this part of the court over here, and he actually ends up leaving it a little bit too wide. I'm able to move over and take this ball around the post here, and this player doesn't really have a defense for it and dumps the ball back into the net. This is great play by me and my partner Sam because it's just the same thing that I was saying. Continued pressure, continued pressure, continued pressure, until eventually the opponents on this side of the court are going to crack and make some kind of mistake or leave a ball up for us to take a winner on. In this case, he hit a dink too wide and I was able to take it around the post, forcing an error from that opponent down there. One important thing to mention from this position is if you see me, I'm about to eventually move over to my position on that side of the court and take this ball around the post. And it's super important that just in case this player can defensively hit the ball back over the net, that my partner Sam gets out of his Ernie position and covers court for me. And you'll see that he did this very well in this point. He noticed the ball went wide, he got out of his Ernie position and quickly got back to the middle of the court, defending the part of the court that I left, to hit the ATP. Fortunately for us, this player didn't have any kind of defense for it and he didn't get it back over the net, and that's a point for me and my partner Sam. Super great execution from me and Sam on this play.
Hey, if this pickleball training video has been helpful, we've got 30 other plays inside the pickleball playbook. If you'd like to download one of the pages out of the book for free, just click the link in the description. This play is called the side pocket, and it's going to teach you how to use angles in your drop shot, and you'll also get the video training that goes with it. So if you'd like to get the free page out of the pickleball playbook, just click the link below.